Since this virus thing has started, I've been far busier. During the winter the weather was diabolical, poured with rain every day. I went out with my dog cupping for an hour or so, got wet most of the time. Since this has happened, I've been up here doing the ground for 4 or 5 hours most mornings and taking my dog out in the afternoon, working and doing a bit of work at home as well, so I'm far busier than I was before.
It's very difficult, isn't it? I think in places like Harefield, where there are very few problems with people and social distancing, it's probably okay. In London, I've got no idea how bad it is there, but it just seems to be a bit OTT for me.
It's in the back of my mind to do it, but I wouldn't say I'm 100% strict. You'll think, oh blimey, I was probably a bit too close here, but we've been doing that every day.
But we've been pretty much apart. Everybody's been pretty much apart up here. You know, if you get anything, we just want cricket. We just want sport. We just want the whole club back to where it was. And the way it's going at the moment, it's going to take forever and a day. Personally, no.
No.
My son lives in Greenwich. I mean, he did. I mean, as soon as it started, Jamie got up with his girlfriend and went down to their parents in Hayling Island. So he went straight away because he didn't fancy being up in town with it all going. He was a little bit tentative about things, but around here, I mean, you're lucky to bump into 5 people anyway at any stage. So. Yeah, I mean, we've not been any problems. Touch wood.
I haven't felt scared particularly here. I haven't been out of Harefield for 2 months. My son's done my shopping for me. He's living with me, so I'm well looked after there. The only thing that does slightly concern me is my daughter is a key worker. She's a drug and alcohol counsellor, and so she can be a bit front line when taking supplies to some of her clients. So, but she's got full PPE and is not scared herself. So. I'm not either. I tend to take more notice of the scientists as opposed to the politicians, because politicians haven't got a good track record of telling you what's going on, truthfully. I'm of the opinion that if we allow the economy to crash even more, it'll cause more with mental health, and you'll get as many deaths through extreme poverty than you will of this virus. So there has to be we have to make an effort to get back to somewhere where we were as soon as we can, I think.
People have to go back to work because they can't keep pouring money left, right and centre, although it's almost a fraction, isn't it, of what they're pouring in as what they did when the banks went belly up in 2008 or whatever it is, but it's still
it's where you draw the line on the quest for what they call safety. Nothing's 100% safe, but where are we going to draw this line so children can go back to school, so we can come and play cricket and get involved to get our life back to how it was?
I would go. I wouldn't worry about that, to be honest. I don't think. I think if you're sensible, it's easy. But I mean, 50,000 in a year, 6 months' time is surely going to be. If it's not, we are all in the deep doo-doo, aren't we?
That's not going to happen anytime soon, is it? Everything's going to be behind closed doors. But as soon as we're able to go in the crowds, I mean, I'm not really interested in watching football these days, but I'm looking forward to going to watch some cricket, certainly.
We've hardly missed any sport anyway, really. We've only missed a game of cricket up here. That's all we missed.
Not missing football
at all.
Dreading it coming back, to be honest. 2 years of it non-stop.
Social media has scared so many people in this country about this, and I just feel that a lot of it is well over the top. There you go. That'll upset a few people.
Yeah, there's too much scare tactic. I mean, I gave up watching the news in any depth very quickly after the start of this, because all you got was bad news and what I felt was scaremongering. So I've sort of gone to watching the headlines at the start of the news thinking, well, do I want to see that? No, I'll switch it off.
Back like it was in the 1970s, but
yeah.
news used to watch it at 6 o'clock and at 9 o'clock.
It just worries me that it's just the way of the world, that once everything gets back to normal, we'll go back to how we were in a year's time. Everyone seems to think things are going to change, and I think they will for a while, but might drift back to how it was, if it's allowed to.
You probably have to book up a restaurant table 6 months in advance and hope to get one, because they'll all be, you can only have 8 in here, and there'll be people, everybody will be after a restaurant place, so that's going to be difficult, and it's going to be very difficult social standing at the bar, talking about the price of fish. That's not going to quite happen anymore, is it?
Well, it won't get back to what we consider as normal until we get a vaccine, and it's not 100% guaranteed, is it? If we do get one, then happy days. Otherwise, you're treading this fine line of what's safe and what isn't, and how safe must things be before you go back.
Not quite sure who to believe anymore, Michael.
No, there's too much conflicting advice. The Cummins thing is the perfect example of that. Everyone looks at these rules and can interpret them any way they like, it seems to me now. Initially I thought they were quite strict and we were sticking to them, but it's you begin to wonder now.
Oh, we're very fortunate here, very, very fortunate. It's a beautiful spot. We've got lots of friends around here. You wander around. 7 stories up, in a high rise in London. You can see why there's going to be problems there. So, we're very fortunate.